options. Sitecore insert options are essentially a way to make the lives of content editors a bit easier, so that when they're adding content to their content tree, they don't have to continually search through the templates. By default, the options that you set will appear in the insert options immediately. So I just wanted to give a quick example actually of this. So underneath templates, user defined, I made a folder called page types. So case study can contain one or many case study item. So that's the relationship between case study. Case study is the parent item, and case study is the parent, and case study item is the child. So the parent can have one to many children. So there's two ways to implement case studies. Method one is to create the insert options underneath the home node. So I'll explore that option first. And method two is to create the insert options underneath the templates, and I'll explain that afterwards. So back to the first method, all you have to do is under the case study, if you click on case study, go to configure, go to assign, and locate the case study item. And if you bring that across and click OK, sorry, I meant to click on this one, so let me do that again. Let me set that back. So I clicked on the wrong item, so let me just quickly amend that. Yeah, so if I click on the right item this time, which is cars, so if I click on cars and I go to presentation details, rather than config assign rather, you can see that case study item is there. So the way to add it is just to locate the template and then click on the arrow sign. And then what that essentially means is when I click on the case study and I go to insert, it will appear here, case study item. And if you imagine your project's really large, sometimes the content editor doesn't want to have to search through many different files or templates to find the correct one. So implementing this saves the content editor much time. So that's the first way of doing it. So what that will then mean is if I click on cars, yeah, so that's the first way of doing it. The second way of doing it, which is the better way to do it and which is the more recommended way of doing it, is to add the insert options to the standard values. So we know that, just to recap, so this is for method 2. You want to add case study item as a child of case study, e.g. case study can contain 0 or many case study item. Okay, so what you do is expand case study, yeah, click on standard values, and we do the same as in method 1. So we go to configure, assign, you find the template, which is case study item, click OK, so bring it across and then click OK. And what that essentially means is anytime we add another case study, so let's say if I insert a case study and I call it finance, so I've got one, when I right click on finance and do insert, case study item is there. And the reason it's there is because on method 2 we set it on the standard values, which means that it's going to be there for all of the case studies. Okay, thank you. Hopefully that makes sense. I've attached the blog as well that I wrote on it, that explains it in a bit more detail. It's got some pictures and some just some short explanations as well.